I'm very angry, and it's because this little idiot right here ruined my life. Like, I can't believe it. Her voice is stuck in my head. Those songs, it's she's appearing in my dreams. I have no idea how. This little... And you know what? I love her. Hey, she's the very reason I got into Vocaloid in the first place. So why not I tell you a little story about love, betrayal, and Baka Baka Baka. We begin in the early years of the Great Depression. Vocaloid was making its big debut on the Japanese internet. It's a vocal synthesis program that allows you to use voice banks to create vocal lyrics for music. You have the Queen, Miku, the Kagamines, and everyone else that people care less about for some reason. It's magical because you can literally be a mute person who have never spoken a word in life but still create beautiful songs that people will love. For a price. The Vocaloid programs and the voice banks can cost a pretty penny.
It's like gas prices nowadays.
Hey, not everyone can afford that. So, you need to enter the world of the alternatives. There are a bunch of free options that producers have used in the past, notably UTAU. If Vocaloid is to Minecraft, then UTAU is to those weird Minecraft Flash bootlegs that you would play in the computer lab. You use UTAU because you don't have money for the real deal, but that's okay, because with UTAU you can make better Vocaloids with blackjack and hookers. Making your own voice bank for UTAU is relatively easy. Anyone can make one with one's own voice. I mean, the Japanese can, the TF2 characters can be, I can be one too, you know. Then, you can draw a little idiot to be the avatar, and bam! You have Miku's next rival.
You've heard of Miku. Get ready for 911. What, he's really that short?
I never said anything about Utoids being made for good intentions or not. Meet the VIP board of Nichan. Trolling, chaos, civil unrest, creativity. Dingus. All the ingredients were placed on a table to create an absolute masterpiece. You see, sometime before April Fool's 2008, the users on the VIP board wanted to create a joke character to compete with Miku to troll the internet. First, we need to draft a design.
Ooh, this design. I kind of like how we're going with this. I don't know, she looks too much like a military man. I don't know. Now she just looks like Hong Mei-ling. Ooh, this design has some promise. It just... almost. Oh my goodness, she's perfect. She even has fingernails, I like that.
Great, it matches Kei's official art style to a T. Now let's get funky and develop our DeviantArt OC. Gender, Chimera. She's going to be a demon person who looks like a human. Age, 31, but she has the body of a 15-year-old to trick those weirdos. Favorite food? Baguettes. Miku likes leek, and vegetables are a mortal enemy, so making her favorite food the French carbohydrates will appeal to the actual otaku demographic. Birthday? April 1st. In the Stick It to the Nerds, we'll tattoo her birthday on her arm. Take that, Miku. And after the people of Nichan finished her design, oh yeah, she's beautiful. All she needs now is a voice.
Oh my goodness.
Ladies and gentlemen, Teto Kasane. April Fool's 2008 came and the world saw a new Vocaloid, but the VIPers of Nichan saw mission completed.
Hey dude, have you seen this new Vocaloid character? She's like so totally epic. Her song is so good.
I don't mean to be that person, but she's fake.
Get pwned.
What?
Everyone had a good laugh, and most left it at that. However, some song producers took a look in the UTAU and discovered an interesting voice well tailored for songs. And you want to know what they did in response? When I was a kid, YouTube had these little things called annotations. They were colored boxes that can be filled with text to fix a little mistake on the video, or a little explanation for a confusing scene. Nowadays, it sounds a little inconvenient, but they were a thing where you really needed to be there to understand how useful they were. However, when most people of the era think about annotations, one video comes to mind. Released April 1st, 2010. Ochame Kino was a song by Lamaze P where Teto shakes her body from side to side, giving the message of letting go of your worries and having fun. In Japanese, the song is referred to as something else, and you might already know the word for it. Fukkireta. When you're this happy without your arms, I mean, of course you're probably doing something right. It's a fun song, albeit a little dated, and it would likely stay that way if it weren't for the curse of the mad. From its release on Nico Nico Doga, people found the song so intriguing that they would create musical remixes with sources and sounds from other unrelated media, like Mario, Toho Project, and that idiot Double Cherry Man.
I don't even know at this point. What is this?
Double cherries. You know your song is legendary when people have made real-life versions of it. But when the song reached the Western world, people just began to spam annotations with random memes of the era, and people just kept adding onto it to the point where you can't even see the music video anymore. However, annotations are talked about in the past tense nowadays, and that's because the annotations as we know it are dead. On January 15th, 2019, annotations were officially killed off, and with that, the memory of Fukkireta's chaos died alongside. Holy crap, we're saved! Fukkireta was awesome, but now imagine if our little Teto gremlin had friends. Go to your printer and check the ink color, and you will find... Oh no. Triple Baka is an song. Released July 13th, 2008, it's one of the oldest Teto songs around, and a really simple one at that. It's theorized that it follows the downward spiral of three friends getting stressed and disillusioned with life's struggles. From a song that sounds like this. But it starts to become more beautiful toward the end as Miku figures out that, yeah, this world is gray, nasty, it will call you a baka baka baka, but the joy you give to others can restore the world's colors. Like the entire premise of that one Paper Mario game. The lyrics are a bit melancholy, especially when the transcription for the song looks like that. At its heart, it's a Miku song. Teto only makes her voice heard during the backup parts and when she screams. I don't think it's an unpopular opinion to say that this song radiates 2000s energy, like the optimistic instrumentals and the bright colors seal the deal for me. I guess those aspects sticking out in people's minds are the reason why they mistake these two as Vocaloids. Akita Neru is the yellow one. She has no lines in the song, but does the little beep boop beep boop beep boop boop boop. She's a fanloid, which is kinda like a Vocaloid, but not really, but also not really like an UTAU. It's weird. But for Teto, this song might be the greatest reason as to why she's so loved. I mean, she's charming in this song. One of the biggest questions Teto gets is she a Vocaloid? I mean, come on, she looks like one, she sounds like one, she's as stupid as one. The Nichan trolls will always get the last laugh, but I can't blame them. They want Teto to be happy with her two new besties. Come on, we all have that friend who's a mentally ill cosplayer and the one who's addicted to their smartphone. I guess it's possible nowadays that Akita Neru watches those Family Guy Subway Surfers clips, or whatever's popular on TikTok nowadays. In the game of life, you will be called a baka baka baka, but if you manage to keep your smile on your face, then I suppose that's all that really matters in life. Teto having stupid friends is the best thing anyone can ask for, but now imagine if she ruled the world. Teto Territory is a song that I adore, and it's mostly because of the source material. Oh no. My channel is called Suwawako, and that's because my favorite of the entire Toho cast is Suwako Moria. I can't really tell you why I love her so much, but what I can say is that her theme song is fantastic. Keto 9 Destiny is the national anthem of the Moria crowd, and I'm pleased to say that it's a song. I just like seeing her dance around like a short little idiot. Now, what does the frog dingus have to do with the cherry dingus?
Hold on a second.
Oh my goodness, they're beautiful.
Teto Territory uses the same instrumentals, and nobody cared. It's basically Teto's theme song, talking about her character traits and her plan to destroy the Vocaloid Monopoly Complex. I genuinely never thought that I would see the day where two of my favorite characters would cross over in a song before I can barely remember. But that's the magic of early Teto songs. Even after all of these years, you can still find cool stuff in them. As the years go on, Vocaloid and UTAU learn to coexist together in harmony, even with Teto making an appearance in a Miku concert and in Project Diva, which I apparently learned is a big deal in the Vocaloid scene. But as time went on, the fandom kinda got stale. Nothing bad happened, just people began to move on from making songs as new brain rot came to take its place. As for Teto herself, she had a couple revisions to her voice bank, but nothing too extraordinary. It's a bit sad because one of her only desires is to be as cool as Miku in the gang, but she will forever be known as an UTAU, which might as well be a slur to her. Baguettes are her cocaine, so it's surprising to see that she managed to survive so long without much change. Let's take a look at the official YouTube channel for Teto. It's just a dumping ground of fan works, covers, and random Animal Crossing videos. What's special is that in the year 2023, it was to be the 15th anniversary of the birth of a demon. Any smart person will give their child a special gift for such a milestone. Right? Teto had always wanted to be a Vocaloid, but she got something better. Synthesizer V. Synth V is a program that is similar to Vocaloid, but has different mechanics and tweaks that make it sound more realistic. Take for example with Fukkireta. That, mixed with her new grand slam design, made the queen have a resurgence in the past year. The Miku stans are crying, the Kagamina fans are lying, but Teto has a machine gun. She was originally a throwaway joke by the toughest madmen of society. No one thought she would make it this far, but through sheer silliness and tenacity, she made the impossible slightly more possible. And that's fantastic. A long time ago, I used to not care about Vocaloid. I thought it was stupid and bad and evil and a little too robotic. Like, why would you use Miku to sing for you when you have your own voice? But thanks to a couple of videos and events, my life changed for the better thanks to my mind finally opening up. Like taking that first huff of fake heroin. I decided to listen to the 3 songs I mentioned earlier, and I realized how much I missed out on.
Oh my goodness, guys, you won't believe it. It's finally here. No way!
All jokes aside, getting into Teto is a worthwhile endeavor as she was my gateway drug to the world of Vocaloid. You know those MMD Vocaloid videos? I remember seeing them as a kid, and I never understood who these characters were. It's weird how life works. One day they're my weird childhood fever dream obsessions, and nowadays they're my weird musical obsession that no one knows about. And you know what? I'm all for it. Thank you, Teto. That's part of the disgusting truth about Teto.
She's a gremlin, but also a plush, a dingus, a multilingual queen, and she's the path to enlightenment. On her official YouTube channel, the description states that she is glad to have met so many friends from around the world, and I'm happy to say that I'm glad to have met her after all this time. And you never know, maybe it's your turn too. Gas prices, am I right?